Hello. So today I want to talk to you about what I consider to be one of the best water systems you can have in the wild. And when I say water system, I say water purification. Now, for those who do not know, purification actually consists in two stages if you want to have pure water, and that will be sterilization, so killing everything alive in the water, and filtration, so removing anything you don't want out from the water. Now, I consider water purification to be one of the most important things you should pay attention to in the outdoors. And actually, in my days as a camping manager at a retail store, water purification was the first lesson I would give to my new employees. So let's get into it, and let me tell you why I consider this to be the best. Because it's very versatile, it's lightweight. Now, depending on your budget, it can be even lighter, and it's modular, and it's dependable. So yeah, let's get into it. The main component of any water system I consider to be a cup and a single-walled stainless water bottle. Now, I forgot to mention, all the components here I bought myself. This is not advertising, paid or otherwise. It's just what I consider to be the best in my experience in the field, and from research as well. So yeah, I'm not affiliated to any of these brands here, so feel free to find alternatives for them if you believe something else may work better for you. Yeah, I will be as objective as I can, because I actually depend on a system like this, sometimes on this entire system, to actually keep myself healthy out in the outdoors. Yeah. So, single-walled stainless water bottle is the one that I always recommend. I know that there are lots of people there that like the Nalgene bottles or camelbacks or other dromedary style water containers. For me, plastic is not the way to go. I consider steel to be the best, because you always have redundancy, and that means you can always boil water with in them. Yeah. So one thing at least you should have with you, if you really want to go with plastic for your water container, at least get a good stainless or titanium cup to boil some water in if you need to do that. So I prefer to have both, just because lots of times I use my cup to scoop water from springs and stuff like that, where shallow water is kind of hard to access with a bottle, which in general has a recessed part there, and it's kind of defeats the purpose, because you have to angle it downwards in order to make water come into the bottle, but then you can only get a little bit of water in there, because otherwise you don't have the gravity working for you. So I prefer to use a cup to scoop water with, and then pour it into my filter, and then from the filter clean water will go into my water bottle. Now, if you want to have some insulation for your water bottle, find a neoprene sleeve like this. Now, these were actually sold here at Canadian Tire for beer cans or pop cans. So to keep them a bit longer in a cold, refreshing status, yeah. But you can find neoprene and make one yourself, or you can find sleeves like that from other purposes and adapt it to your water bottle. So keep that in mind, yeah. At the bottom of it, I keep my spare gasket for the bottle. They usually come with a silicone gasket there to make it seal. So I keep the spare gasket that came with the bottle at the very bottom of the sleeve there, and then I will have the bottle in there, just like that. Now it will not make it a thermos bottle, but it will prolong the temperature for a couple of hours, more than just if it was just the bottle, yeah. So it's a bit of improvement. So this and these are the main parts, and then the filter. And the filter I recommend is the Lystro Peak Solo filter, and just because I consider this to be very, very versatile. Now, this filter was designed to work in mostly in 2 to 3 ways. So one way is just a simple straw. So you have opened the lid there, and then you dip this into a container and you just suck water from the top, yeah. So that's one way to use it. Second way to use it was with a general plastic bottle that you may have with you. I only have this one available right now to exemplify. By the way, this is the best mineral water you can buy. And then it was designed to go like that. So this is a 28 millimeters standard thread there. It fits any plastic bottle with this type of system, which is the kind of the main one you can find in any plastic bottles these days. And yeah, so from this one you can use it as a straw, or you'll have slight ability to pump water. Now, when you use something like this, you have to pay attention to cross-contamination. So make sure you don't have water dripping along the filter so that it will make contact with your mouth. And also make sure you keep your hands clean at all times. This is valid for water filters in general all the time, yeah? So cross-contamination is something you should really pay attention to and be aware of in the field. So this is the second way to use this. And then you have the third option, to use it with a collapsible bag. Now it's either something like this, plastic bag, collapsible with a 28 millimeter thread, or is one of those silicone squishy bags that you will find with Life Straw or other brands as well, like Be Free or stuff like that. So the main idea with these guys is that they will allow you to actually roll this down and use the filter as a pump. It's kind of a squishy type of pump, yeah. So that will make the filter work a bit faster, will allow you to filter water quite fast and be gone in no time. And it's also very lightweight, and it's also, because it doesn't have volume, it's very easy to store as well. So these are the 3 main ways this filter was designed to work as, yeah. Now, with some other elements involved in here, let's make some room here. You can actually transform this filter into a gravity filter as well. So you will just need a little bit of latex tubing. And then one element that will really make a difference in any filtration system, and I always recommend people to have it, is a carbon element. Now it just so happens that this one from Platypus works very, very well combined with the live straw. So I hope you guys are not brand fanatics there, and you can accept that you can combine brands to obtain the best benefit you can have in your system. So the way this will work, regardless what you have on this end, if it is that collapsible bottle or something like this, you will take this guy, and by the way I put them in the packaging just to show you, to be able to help you to identify the product a bit better if you want to go with it. Yeah. So when you take the mouthpiece off the top of your filter there, you will have just a tiny pipe there. Now this carbon element comes with a silicone tubing, should be 3/8 diameter. It's the same as my latex one. And if you put this thing there, and then pay attention to match, always with water filtration, match the arrows, yeah? So the direction of flow in the filter should always follow the arrow, yeah? And then put this guy here, and then I will add my latex tubing on the other end, and then I will hang that somewhere, and I will have this dripping here. So I will use this my EDC water bottle, just because it fits better on the screen right now, and it will be easier for you to see. Now, as I showed you in the other video clip with water filters, I prefer to put my tubing through there and through the loop there, and that will give me the option to adjust the length of the tubing to exactly what I need and preventing from getting out of the bottle. And then this I can hang on my backpack. If I need a bit more, I'll put just a bit more and get in there. I can hang this on my backpack, and I can hang this on my backpack. By the way, most of these bottles, collapsible bottles, will come with a hanging handle on the same end as the screw is, as the intake or outflow is. So if you need to hang it to use it as a dirty water bag, you should pouch a couple of holes. I prefer to put always 4 holes because it will help me spread the weight on the plastic, so it will not stretch as much, and also will have the thread, the ends coming on the same side. So hang that on your backpack, hang this on your backpack at the bottom, that at the top, and there you go. You have a dripping point here. So if you don't know, if you're not familiar what a dripping point is the point that is lower than your collecting container, and will allow the dirty water that may come from the dirty water bag over the filter and stuff like that. It will allow it to drip here before it reaches your actually freshwater container, and that way will prevent cross-contamination. So this is how it works. Now, what are the benefits of adding a carbon filter there? First of them, and I believe everybody will appreciate that, it's taste. so it gives water a better taste by removing more of the contaminants from there. Also, toxicity is reduced, so carbon was traditionally used as a method to remove toxicity from the body, either poison or stuff like that. So this will help in that way as well. Also, heavy metals are better removed by carbon particles, and it will give you a better overall quality of the water you will get by filtering just with the normal filter with the nanotubes, nanofibers. So this is how the system works. Now, if you want to make it even better, there are a few more things you can add to this system to make it a bit better. So if I remove this water bottle, just because it doesn't have a large enough opening for what I'm about to show you, and this is why I usually recommend this one, because it has a bigger mouth there. You can add a buffalo to your water and water bottle, and that buffalo will help it keep fresh even better, will take care of cross-contamination, and will eliminate parasites from your water as well. So when I say buffalo, I'm referring to actually a silver dollar, and this is as you can see, 0.999 pure silver on it, and this fits perfectly in there. So what I do, I will just drop it in the bottom of my water bottle, and that will live there and keep my water purified after I filtered it. So the way it works in general, you can purify water with just silver if you use 1 ounce of pure silver per 1 liter of water for at least half an hour to an hour. So even if you don't have anything else, just with that, you'll still be able to have drinkable water, and it's enough just to wait with it. The way it works is ionization. Silver was used in commercial filters for a long time. I suggest you do some research on that. It's also it was used from antiquity. Most of what they used to call silverware, so forks, spoons, stuff like that, and anything related to water from ancient times was made out of silver or silver plated, and especially water containers, the big cups there that you used to have for keeping water fresh were made out of silver, especially for this purpose, because silver keeps water pure and kills both viruses and bacteria. With bacteria and viruses, so what it actually does, it prevents them from replicating, so they will not be able to reproduce and affect your body. So that's one thing. Now, it's not big and it's not heavy to add it to your wallet. So one coin like that to have in your wallet, it's kind of a no-brainer. Or in the wilderness, what you can also do is add it to a jewelry item. So this is my survival bracelet. I added actually $2 on here, one on one side, the other country specific on the other side. They come handy to water purifying. They may also be used in a pinch to pay somebody for a help they may give you if you don't have any other type of money with you. Nobody will mind getting a silver coin for their efforts. Also, I will talk in a longer video separate video about just something like this. But keep in mind, it's good to have it in your water bottle to keep water purified. That will be one thing you should pay attention to. And second, if you want to make your water sterile at its origin point, then you should always combine filtration with sterilization. So you have 3 ways of sterilizing water, 4 ways actually. So one will be boiling, so you can put actually boiled water in there. If you have plastic bags like this, after it cools down, you can use chemical sterilization either with tabs like this. These are the aqua tabs. It's useful to write on them. They change now. They used to be, as I have them here, 1 pill per 0.75 liters of water. These days, the newer ones, they decided to make it a bit easier for the user, and they went for 1-to-1 ratio. So now it's 1 pill for 1 liter of water. It's easier to remember. Now, in the old days, because it was a decimal there, it was better to write it down on the pills themselves. Also, how to use them. So just in case you are not the one using them and somebody is helping you, write down how to use them properly. So 10 minutes mix, so shaking, so to help it dissolve faster, and then 30 minutes waiting time, for activation. If you don't have those, you may have something like this. This is actually iodine solution, and I keep this in my little EDC pouch there, wallet. This is designed with some medical emergency in mind and fire emergency as well. So I prefer these old perfume sample bottles because they are very well sealed. They are not very big, so I can squeeze them in my pouch there, and they are quite sturdy. So it's good to have something like that with you. It will not take much space. And I created a little sleeve out of a shoelace for it, just to give it a bit more protection. So add 4 to 5 drops of iodine solution in your dirty water, let it sit for half an hour, and then put it to filter, and that will also make sure that you don't have viruses in your water. And if you have the carbon element, you don't have to worry about the taste these guys may give to the water, because that will be taken care of there, at that stage. Now, if you want to prolong the life of your filter, there is one more thing. Now, I don't know if you can buy this separately. I got it with one of my other water filters. This is just a funnel with a strainer there. This was designed to allow you to collect rainwater with a tarp and store it in a bag like this. So this match perfectly there. And if I need to collect rainwater, I can do it like that. But what I use it for is to actually pre-filter the water. And for that reason, I will also add one of these guys, which is a compressed towel. So once you get this wet, it will expand and it will become like a cloth material. Put it in the funnel and then scoop your dirty water, fill your water bag, and then you can filter with less residue. So silt and sand and stuff like that is removed before going through your filter, and that will prevent clogging. And that will actually help, because normally this comes with this backflush. So you are supposed to clean it from time to time. But if you don't want to carry this guy with you, it's better if you can pre-filter your water, and then you'll just backwash it when you get home, regardless if it is in 1 day or 2 weeks. It will be clean enough for you to be able to do it easily. Yeah. In this way, I say you will have, in a very light packaging, lightweight form, you will have a fully integrated and modular water system that can be adapted to your needs and really make the difference in the wild when you have to depend on it. So if I'm in a mountain area, 1500 meters or higher, where most of the streams are quite pure, so I don't have to worry about contamination and anything, I might have just this in my pocket, and the rest of them, they may be in my bag. Yeah. Usually this is my EDC bottle, so I keep this in my pocket. But I do have something like this in my bag always. So if I need to prepare water, I can easily take the rest of the elements and prepare if I can only find dirty water, or I'm at a low altitude, or where there are lots of animals that can contaminate my water source. Yeah. So it's easy to have this thing. It will nest in there. Yeah. And then these guys go together in a bag. This is something I don't necessarily always take with me. I always have some of them with me. So it works if you don't have the funnel. You can, after you decompress the towel, you can just push it a bit lower, so create like a covering for the mouth of the bag. Push it just a bit lower so that your water will not drip on the sides, will go actually inside, and you will get pretty much the same pre-filtering effect. Yeah. Also, there are other ways to pre-filter water, with a bandana or with a handkerchief, clean handkerchief, or whatever you have, even with your t-shirt or something like that. So this will make it very, very easy to use and to adapt to the situation. So if why gravity filtration is good to have with you is because if you are injured, this can be an easy way to filter water without your participation. Yeah. So in general, with filtration, you have active filtration and passive filtration. Active filtration means that you are actively involved in filtering the water, so either pumping or sucking through a filter. Passive filtration means that once you set it up, it will do its job without your participation, so you can let it do its thing and you do other things in the meantime. Yeah. So it also will allow you to prepare a larger quantity of water, especially if you let it work overnight with a bigger bag or bigger bottle like this. Yeah. You can prepare water for multiple persons, so it becomes a more versatile solution. And as you can see, they are not very heavy. So this system, let me put it here. Let's see if we can see it. Yeah, so we'll have the filter, we will 46 grams, we'll add the carbon element 72 grams. With the tubing that it needs to have in order to work, I got to 87 grams. And now I add a plastic water bottle, I go to 116 grams. If I put this on top and it wants to stay, I got to 148 grams. And then I have the water bottle and my cup. which is the heaviest part of the system, yeah? So 429 grams. If I use my other water bottle, this is a bit lighter, it's only 179 grams. So it can be, so the filtering part itself, it's very lightweight. The water bottle and the cup are a bit more heavy, because in my case, in the coin itself, yeah, I forgot to weigh this, but should be 1 ounce. It's actually a little bit more, 31 grams. So you can get lighter water bottles in titanium and lighter cups as well, titanium, so it can be very light. Now compare this with a Grail system. With a Grail system, you have the same integrated filtration and sterilization to a point in the filter, but is not as performant in one way, because you have sterilization by just removing 0.002 microns, so it will be able to remove some viruses, but it will not kill anything, yeah? So in order to be sure that your water is absolutely free of contaminants and pure, you should actually sterilize it before. Another disadvantage with Grail, it's the fact that it's integrated, so you always need to have the entire system with you, and you always will carry that weight. And the third disadvantage is the fact that it's only active filtration, and you have to press down. Now, to press on it, yeah? If you don't have the power, like some smaller kids, they may not be able to press it. They don't have the power to press the filter, the water through the filter, or you may be injured, and it will be more difficult for you. So I consider this to be a bit more versatile and a bit more user-friendly system than a Grail bottle. That doesn't mean that it's a bad system. It's actually one of the best on the market if you want to have everything integrated in one object, yeah? That being said, I don't want to take more of your time. Thank you for watching. I hope it helps, and stay safe on the trails.